Ronit Patnaik interviews Dr. Vladimir Shalaev on his research about transformational optics. Dr. Shalaev's research is based on metamaterials, which are complex nanoparticle structures that can bend light in non-intuitive ways.
In year 2010, we used some new idea based on tapered waveguide. It turns out if you have a tapered waveguide, you could emulate exactly the required behavior for the refractive index so that it goes from 1 to 0. And by doing so, we demonstrated a clock which was 100 times larger, roughly 100 micron in size.
Okay.
So basically it's enough to clock human hair. But this year it was just published in Nature Communication. People used natural crystals such as calcite crystal, which has the property birefringence property. And they were able to make this invisibility carpet for structures which are roughly like 1 millimeter.
In the laboratory, Dr. Shalaev can change optical properties like the refractive index for these metamaterials. These structures can bend light in such a way to make objects invisible. It is almost like water flowing around a stone. In this case, the light bends around the object, and since there is no reflection or shadow, the object is rendered invisible.
We need to have in excess all type of refractive indices. 0, positive it's what we have in nature. Normally refractive index like between 1 and 3 in the optical age. But we want to create any possible refractive index between 0 and 1 and even negative. Then you could make all these unusual things like optical black hole, like invisibility cloak, or like this super lens or hyperlens.
Some practical uses of this technology are super and hyper lenses, which can make extremely small particles visible. These lenses can improve resolution of microscopes tenfold and look at objects as small as 10 nanometers wide.
Like for example, this super lens and hyper lens, we'd like to make it planar so that it would be compatible with microscope, not curved but planar. And that's what we are still working on.
Okay.
To make this, as I said, to make things which are usually invisible visible, to do exactly the opposite to what cloaking does.